This is the ALLPOWERS S2000 portable power station, and I've been using it for about 8 months for camping weekends, quick DIY jobs away from outlets, and as a backup during a few short home outages. I'll keep this video practical and honest, because that's how I wanted someone to talk to me before I bought it. Key features that sold me were the 1500Wh battery, the 2000-watt pure sine wave inverter with 4000-watt surge, 4 AC outlets, 2 100-watt USB-C ports, extra USB-A ports, a 12-volt car socket, Bluetooth control, and solar charging with MPPT. In simple terms, 1500Wh is the size of the gas tank. The inverter turns the battery into stable AC power like a household outlet, and surge means it can handle brief spikes when things like fridges and power tools kick on. MPPT is a smarter solar charger that pulls the best possible wattage from panels. From my experience, it really can power 99% of what I throw at it. I've run a full-size fridge for a storm afternoon, brewed coffee on a 1000 watts machine at camp, used a miter saw for trim work, and kept a CPAP running overnight with no hiccups. The inverter feels strong. I've seen it handle a space heater's startup spike without tripping. The 4 AC outlets are laid out well so cords don't block the screen, and the screen itself is bright and easy to read, showing input, output, and estimated time remaining. Charging options have been a highlight. On wall power, it pulls around 400 watts and goes from roughly 10% to full in about 4 to 5 hours for me. With solar, I've pushed close to 500 watts on a sunny day, using 2 200-watt panels and a 100-watt panel in series. The wide 12 to 70 volt range made panel matching simple. Dual charging is the party trick. Wall plus solar together gets near 900 watts, and I've topped it up from low to full in under 2 hours when the sun cooperated. That's clutch if you're moving a lot or need a fast turn. Now the stuff I wish I'd known. The fans are loud when charging on AC or when you're pulling higher loads. Picture a laptop under stress, but a bit more noticeable. In a quiet cabin or small camper, it's not subtle. I've learned to charge it during the day or set it a few feet away to keep the noise down. Build quality is okay, but not premium. The housing feels very plasticky, and while the handles are sturdy, the overall feel doesn't scream rugged. I've babied it. No hard drops, no tossing it in the back of the truck. If you're rough on gear, I'd keep that in mind. On battery performance, here's what I've actually seen. The rated capacity is 1500Wh, but usable AC output for me has ranged around the 1100 to 1250 watt-hour mark, depending on load and temperature. That's normal to some extent because inverters aren't 100% efficient, but I wish the on-screen percentage was more accurate. A couple of times it shut down with the display still showing low double digits left. After a few full cycles and firmware app updates, the gauge behaved better, but I still don't trust the percent alone. I watch wattage and plan a buffer. The Bluetooth app is handy when it works. I can turn AC/DC on and off and see live input and output from a few steps away, which is useful when it's tucked under a table. But sometimes the app drops connection while charging, and there's a lag when tapping the on-screen buttons. I'd love a setting to dial down AC charge speed to reduce fan noise or to baby a weak household circuit, but I haven't seen that control. Range is roughly a room away for me. Pass-through charging works. I've used it as a basic UPS for my modem and router. When the power went out, they stayed on, but my desktop did a quick reboot once, so the switchover isn't as fast as a dedicated UPS. For lights, network gear, and small electronics, it's fine. I wouldn't trust it for mission-critical computers without a proper UPS in front. Port selection is genuinely useful. The 2 100-watt USB-C ports are great for laptops. I've charged a 14-inch and a 16-inch laptop at full speed while running a camera battery charger and a light panel on USB-A with no issues. The 12-volt car socket powered a 12-volt fridge for a long weekend, averaging 45 to 60 watts. It's perfect for small rigs where you want to keep things DC to save energy. Let me hit real-life numbers. My kitchen fridge, which averages about 80 to 100 watts with spikes, ran for around 9 to 11 hours before I stopped the test to save capacity for lights and phone charging. My CPAP ran 2 nights in a row when I kept it at a mild humidifier setting. A 1000 watts coffee maker used about 10% for a pot. A microwave at 900 watts output pulled closer to 1400 to 1500 watts at the outlet and used a noticeable chunk of the tank for a quick heat up, so I planned those bursts around solar charging. With dual charging on a sunny day, I've brewed coffee while topping up, and the net draw felt manageable. At about 32 pounds, it's portable but not featherweight. I can carry it with one hand for short distances, but for longer hauls from car to campsite, I take a break or use a cart. Size-wise, it fits under a camp table or on the RV floor without getting in the way. The top handles make it easy to grab, though they keep the top from being a flat shelf. In my opinion, the S2000 is a power-first unit. The inverter strength and charging flexibility are the star. The compromises are fan noise, a plastic feel, the battery gauge quirks, and an app that's not always dependable. My unit has held up for 8 months with weekly use, but I treat it gently and store it at around 60% when not in use. I have seen mixed stories about quality control and support when I was shopping, so I bought from a seller with easy returns and tested it hard in the first week. That's still my advice. It's perfect for weekend campers, DIY folks who need a clean 120-volt source away from the house, and anyone who wants a fast-charging battery box to bridge short outages. If you want a silent unit in a bedroom, or you need rock-solid UPS behavior for sensitive gear, this may not be the best match. If you expect to toss it around a job site daily, I'd be cautious. From my experience, the sweet spot is using it as a flexible power hub that you can recharge quickly by day and rely on for high wattage bursts when you need them. Keep expectations realistic about usable capacity, plan for the fans, and give the app a little patience. I didn't get a solar cable in my box beyond the AC cord, so I picked up an MC4 to XT60 cable and matched my panels to the 1270-volt input range. That setup has been smooth once I learned how to angle panels and watch the sun window. I'd recommend this for people who value strong AC output, want multiple modern ports including 100-watt USB-C, and care a lot about fast recharge options. If long-term durability and quiet operation are your top priorities, I'd compare this against a heavier, more rugged option before deciding. In conclusion, the ALLPOWERS S2000 has been a powerful partner for me, not perfect, but dependable when I manage its quirks. The big wins are the inverter strength and the ability to refill fast with wall plus solar. The trade-offs are noise, a basic plastic shell, and a battery readout I don't blindly trust. If you understand those limits, it can be a strong value. If this video helped, hit subscribe, drop your questions or your own experience in the comments, and I'll try to answer what I can. Thank you for watching.